My name is Louise Proctor. I work for a company called TGW, and we provide automated solutions for warehouses. So, for example, we work with a lot of customers in logistics and ensure that they can deliver to their own customers, whether that be an end customer or to wholesalers. I think quite a long time ago. So when I did a placement for an aluminium factory about 10 years ago, and one of the team members in my team was a black belt in Lean Six Sigma, and he was really keen on continuous improvement, quality control, and like Lean Six Sigma methodologies. So he introduced it to me quite a lot. And I worked with him, did some projects with him, not only on improving and optimizing the system, but also on any sort of issues that we saw on the lines. He helped in sort of coming up with tools and techniques that we could use to approach problem solving in a more logical way. Initially, I was really interested because I think I'm quite sort of logical in my own mind. I'm quite process driven myself. So to be shown ways in which I can bring that into work in a very methodical way really helped. And also the way that you can visualize it for other people and bring those teams together to kind of get everyone included and get everyone to understand exactly the vision and the goal of what you're trying to achieve, and keep people on task. So my first impression was, oh wow, this is a really good way of how we can work. And actually, when I left that placement and I went to finish at university, and I kind of thought, do I want to go into um, either training or being sort of like a black belt or master in Lean Six Sigma and going around different businesses? I was like really interested in the whole Lean Six Sigma methodology. I'm about 6 months in, so started in January of this year, and so far I've found it honestly really great. So from the start, so the sort of the introduction into what is going to be involved and the induction of the level 5, I think that was like really it was explained very well what was going to be involved and expected of us. The support throughout has been fantastic from various people on the apprenticeship, but also the content I've found very interesting, and being able to already apply it within my role, and share some of the ideas with my team members and other people within the business. Um, and I've actually, within our cohort or within our sort of like group, one of the team members set up a monthly call for us all to discuss continuous improvement. So not only are we learning together, but now off the back of it, we're sort of supporting each other in our continuous improvement projects or ideas, and how we're using the tools and techniques that we're being taught. So a lot of good's come from it so far, and we've still got a year's worth more of content to go. So yeah, it's exciting. The things that we're working on at the moment is so internal processes. So for example, our internal continuous improvement process, we or it was identified that we didn't really have like an end-to-end continuous improvement process. There was sort of different bits around the company or within our department. So I was part of an initiative, part of the team, to kind of bring that together into one process that we were then able to roll out. But one of the things that I really have taken um, from the apprenticeship is we spoke a lot about sort of change management and leadership and coaching people with continuous improvement. So in this initiative, to get buy-in to the new process, we've had to roll out the change. And so using some of those techniques, getting people's buy-in, has really helped that. But then also being able to support people choose continuous improvement projects. So not only get them to understand the new process, but then help them choose their continuous improvement projects and different techniques that they can use to sort of problem solve, or even helping people define problems. Something which we talk a lot about, how that's sometimes one of the hardest steps. How do you get the problem statement together? So helping people and using the is not method, or how we go where, what, why, when, how. That's really helped people, and that's a tool that I've been able to pass on to other people as well. Someone who wanted to do an improvement apprenticeship, I would say, firstly, absolutely go for it, because it will help you change the way you think and approach different either problems or improvements that you want to make. But I'd say make sure that you do lots of research about the different apprenticeships that are out there, especially the different levels that PMI support with. So I think it's from level 3 to level 6. So there's different ones. Talk to your line manager and colleagues and see sort of what level you think you're at, or um, want to aspire to be at, and also just to check the relevancy of the apprenticeship. I'm pretty sure that it can be applied in any sort of business and an industry, but it's always good just to double check that it's like where your business wants you to go and where you want to go as well. I would say one of the biggest benefits that I've seen is um, my approach to problem solving and to changes within the business. So because of my apprenticeship, I'm being involved in more sort of strategies and initiatives across the business and changing processes. And I can tell just within this 6 months how my mindset has changed, and I'm open to challenging other people. I'm open to people challenging me. Um, and I'm also much more conscious now of not going into sort of that solution mode, and making sure that we take a step back. Let's take the time, let's think about this, and let's follow whatever process we need to, whether it be DMAIC or whether it be what tool you're using, that we follow that and that we stick to it, and that we keep people sort of not in check, but make sure that people are following it so that we can get the best outcome. I'd say that's probably the biggest benefit so far. Yeah, I would say the person who's probably had the most influence is the quality engineer who I worked with back in the aluminium factory. He was the black belt, um, and he really inspired me. And then so when I started at TGW, I knew straight away I'd like to get into Lean Six Sigma. So they were putting on a yellow belt course, so I was on that, and then I didn't stop saying, "Oh, I want to do my green belt. I'd like to do my black belt." And I think the inspiration really comes um, from that guy. His name was Paul, back nearly 10 years ago. So yeah, he's probably been my biggest inspiration for it.